Hey, baseball fans, this is Chris Singleton, and welcome to MLB The Show.
Fans, do you have what it takes?
And people have joked over the years, Great American Small.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Back to the top of the Mets order. Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a miss. Gomez, just 19 years old, and he's a native of Nicaragua. This to center field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. One up, one down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
McNeil batting with one down, takes a strike. Out to center. Bellinger drifts towards it. Makes the grab, two down. So they're down to their final out. Now it's Randy Arozarena. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, his first save of the season is in the books, and that was a nice job of him coming in the game and closing it out. He's off and running now.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got a good one going here in extra innings. Back to the top of the lineup. Now here is Starling Marte. There's a swing and a miss.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Tying run at the plate. Swings and misses, struck him out. Some high cheese for strike three.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Chopped on the ground, Morel. And that quickly, two away. So it's their last chance in this one. And here is Randy Arozarena. Swing and a miss, strike one.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
Right through there for a strike. With the tying run at the plate, and here in extra innings. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. Yes, he did. It's ruled a swing and a strikeout, and this ball game is over.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Jesus Sanchez now at the plate. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. Swanson takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And now the first baseman, Garrett Cooper. The Fish trailing by 3 here at the top of the ninth.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki has a beat on it and makes the grab. 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Christian Bethancourt will hit next. And that is cut on and missed. Strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Jake Burger digs in now. Pounding ball here, rolls foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings through that one for strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door. Cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Here's a 1-2. Strike 3, got him swinging. And they're down to their last out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Marlins down to their final out. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins.
0-1's the count.
They're down to their final strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Gomez is just 1 strike away. Out towards right center field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
This was pure domination at home. Huge sweep. And now you go on the road. The flight's going to be very enjoyable.
Chris Singleton, late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's Chris. Out off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And down to shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
0-1.
The Reds down by a pair here in the second game of the series. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
That one in there across the letters. Gomez is just one strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is...
Welcome in, Jon Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Justin Henry Malloy. Right through there for a strike. The pitch. Got him looking. Fastball.
in my opinion.
Hey, one down.
And now the 0-1. And a foul ball. The Cubs leading by 5 here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Gomez is just 1 strike away. That one just misses. Ball 1. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
9 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 10 runners on base.
Welcome in, Jon Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. So now the DH spot, Matt Gorski. That misses. And that's ball 1. Gomez measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2023. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one. And now it's going to be Clark Elliott. Fought off foul. And he deals. And that's in there at the knees. The punch out there. And they're down to their last out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly, but you got to go up there, maybe try.
Out there to center, Bellinger in a full sprint. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And stepping in for the Astros, Tyrone Taylor. There's a strike. Righty to the plate. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
So they're down to their final out. Jose Altuve up to hit here. And that one fouled off.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
Gomez is just one strike away. And a good eye there. And they'll do it again. Got it. And that'll do it.
These players just want to keep it rolling right now. You win this series, you got another team coming in, and you want to do exactly the same. Maybe even push a little further. Get yourself a sweep.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Gomez, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches. With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Foul ball.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gomez is just one strike away. That one misses. Going to count 1 and 2. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take it. Got him. And that'll do it.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
Here now is the final line score tonight.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And now the right fielder, Andy Pages. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. And there's a foul ball.
Hey, nobody out.
Right-handed reliever. Struck him out swinging. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump. And kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you're going to wrap this thing up.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take game 1 of the series on the road.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now singing. He's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And a foul ball. Gomez, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Foul ball.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
The Blue Jays down to their final strike. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Jorge Soler up at the plate. That's in there. That's strike 1.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Thairo Estrada to the plate. In the air on the infield. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Towards first, Bush. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got a good one going here in extra innings. Stepping in for San Diego, Ethan Salas.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss as he was late.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel...
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Man at second. And a swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
So a change being made out at second. Entering is the pinch runner, Eggy Rosario. Man on second, 2 down. Misses inside, and now it's even 1-1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
In there, got him looking for the K. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
Well, when you go on a road trip, you're looking to play 500 or better, and the only way you do that is when you scratch and claw and you grind out. And they did that.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. So digging in, Sean Bouchard. Ground ball right side, and that one handled. Slings to first, 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Now here's Nolan Jones. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
The Cubs up by 2. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Sanchez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Gomez is just 1 strike away. Got him. Ball game.
Well, all game, this team had to battle with that 10th man. Those fans making a lot of noise, but they took the lead in the 9th inning, quieted things down, and were able to get those final 3 outs in the bottom half as well. Just a very well executed ball game.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. The batter now will be Will Smith. Smoked on the ground to second. Horner over to first. And they get the out on Smith. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here comes Max Muncy. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Swings and misses, and they're down to their last out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
So it's their last chance in this one. Juan Rosa steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much.
Got it. And that is the ball game.
Well, a really nice 3-game home series sweep. They came out and, from the first game of this series, really had a determination to
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one. Nobody out in the ninth. Here's Chris Bryant now. Yep. Pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. And here it comes. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some.
Swanson fires over to first. And they're down to their last out.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
And first. Got it. And that'll do it.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one. Nobody out in the ninth. And now the center fielder. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Gomez, a righty that throws with power. He features uses a curve. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2 down, nobody out for the top of the ninth. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. The Rockies down to their final strike. Bounce to the left side, and that's just foul. Got it. And that'll do it.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. This is Willie Castro, 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. That's in for a strike at 95, 0-1. Right side, and foul ball. Looking to get the tying run on base. Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
2 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there. He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Gomez is just 1 strike away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Got him. Ball game.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth.
Leading off for the
And now the Pirates leadoff man. Right through there for a strike. Gomez, just 19 years old, and he's a native of Nicaragua. Top of the zone for a called strike. Now, and a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton, and now the center fielder, Gilberto Celestino. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up. Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in, and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly, but you got to go up there, maybe trying to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Got him. That's the ball game.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Ketel Marte up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a curve is down and in.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
They get the out on Marte. And there's one down. He's 2 outs away. Emmanuel Rivera stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That's in there. 0-1. That one fouled off. The Cubs leading by 3. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
1 out now.
Here comes a pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Carroll in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Just missed. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Gomez is just 1 strike away. Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs slug their way to a win in this one.
Here now is the final line score tonight.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Swinging a foul straight back.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And the right-hander deals. Stays alive. And here it comes. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Kicks and deals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is the ball game.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First one.
John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Thanks for joining us. We're in the 7th with nobody out. Now it's Christian Yelich. That one fouled off.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And he handles it himself for the out. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. This to third, Morel. To first, and Gleyber Torres retired. And it's a 1. Bottom of the inning, and now the shortstop, Willy Adames. Gomez back to work. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. And there's one down.
Just pulled off. Staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
On the ground. Tosses to first, and that's an out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Fraley in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Is in for a strike.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
On the ground to third, and that's just foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Down the line, Suzuki on the move. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that is that. Back here in Milwaukee, and it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Gomez back to work. First pitch swinging.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the 9th means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And the right-hander deals. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. He's 2 outs away. Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
In time to Wisdom. And a couple of quick outs. So it's their last chance in this one. Now, Joey Wiemer. There's the strike up high. It's 0-1. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
Here now is the final line score tonight.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's Ryan Mountcastle, 1 for 3.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Looking to get the tying run on base. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs. Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs even this series up at a game apiece.
Well, at this point of the year, first day of the summer, teams are really starting to figure out who they are. No more excuses about cold weather or any inclement conditions. Now I think we'll start to see what this team is really made of.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Ninth inning here with 1 away. 1 down. Next for Milwaukee, Ahmed Rosario. That's in there. Strike 1. Yelich stands at first with 1 out.
Off the plate,
Pitch
ball 1.
misses there, and that is ball 1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
Well, I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
They're down to their final strike.
His club is very happy he's at the plate in this moment.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Henry Davis getting ready to hit. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. Now here is Termarr Johnson. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel the
swing and a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. On the ground, and this should do it.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
They're down to their final strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Next offering is down low.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Tolia off of first with 2 away. Right through there. Got him. And that'll do it.
Another outing, another save. That's his 20th of the season, and this was a good example of why they rely on him so heavily in these close games.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the Victoria.
Typical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like that. And the throw to first is there to put an end to the inning. They put 2 on the board on 4 hits. No. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the catcher, Henry Davis.
Leading up for the Pirates, the catcher.
And a pitch.
Henry.
And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Termarr Johnson, the next Pirate to hit. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the second game of the series. Swings and misses, and there's 2 away.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of. Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. And 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates as they hold on.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the Victoria.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. 9th inning here with 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Lamont Wade Jr. now at the plate. That one fouled off.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
0-2 is the count.
Left-hand hitter waits. Got him looking. And they're down to their last out.
The batter, number 2.
Last out for the Red Sox in this one. And next for the Red Sox, Luis Rengifo. Right through there for a strike.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
One strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago.
Welcome in, John. So the lineup flips over. Now batting Jarren Duran.
The center fielder,
That one catches the zone. 0-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Looking to get the tying run on base. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Vaughn Grissom up next for the Red Sox. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. That one just misses. Got him swinging.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. A 1-run lead. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. That one misses. 1-2 to count. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No, he held up. The Red Sox down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
He closes out his 50th career save, so that one has a little extra meaning to it. You don't collect this many saves by accident. Another job well done.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's Brian Urquijo, 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That pitch gets the corner. It's 0-1. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
The pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. Got the side.
Jimenez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Late with the swing there.
All right, there's number 8. 1 away.
This could end it. Out to center. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs make it 6 straight victories.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. This is Corbin Carroll. Up the middle. On the run, sent it over to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Sawinski, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Off the mark there. And that's ball one. Swings and misses. And they're down to their last out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Bounce to the left side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cubs bounce back from consecutive losses to take game 3 of the series.
Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give him a lot of credit.
All set to start the ninth in this one. Here's Kyle Tucker.
The right fielder, Kyle.
And that one fouled off.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Devin Williams up and throwing. Iglesias also throwing. The punch out there. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. So digging in, Freddie Fermin. On the ground, right side. Flores on to first. 2 up, 2 down. American League making a move for a pinch hitter. Corey Seager looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Drifts towards it. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. A little out front there as he swings through it.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get in the swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3 up, 3 down inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 6, 7, 8.
But we saw both teams come ready to swing it in this one, and they found a lot of success. Couple of touchdowns up on the board today. Pretty amazing, and it turned out to be a close one.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Johan Rojas getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. And a foul ball. Gomez. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big-time benefit. He's there. He's got it. 1 down.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. found back our way, and that's out of play.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Next one misses, and it's 3-2.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
3-2 now. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone, and a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Next offering is in for a strike. The Phillies down to their final strike. That's to third. Now a jump throw. That's the ball game.
Every team wants a reliable closer, and that's exactly what he delivers for his squad. They expect to win when he's on the mound at the end of the ball game, and he just produced his 25th save of the year.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Now it's going to be Riley Adams. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Right through there for a strike. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. The pitch. The punch out there. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. He's 2 outs away. And now the center fielder, Elijah Green. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
The Nationals trailing by 3. We're in the last half of the ninth inning.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And a swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe trying to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
And a strike. 1 strike away. The Cubbies leading by 3 here in the second game of the series. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, 1-run game. Here's the third baseman, Brady House.
Third baseman, Brady.
That's in there. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And just misses with that one.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And the batter will be the shortstop. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fought off foul. And a swing and a miss. Now only 1 out remaining.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So they're down to their final out. Here's Nick Madrigal. And that's in for a strike. That's a strike. And the count is 0-2. Gomez is just one strike away. 2 down, nobody on. Strike 3, got him swinging. And the crowd goes home disappointed as this one draws to a close.
Oh, this is a nice sweep. Good way to finish this series. You're heading to another city for another one.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. We're in the 6th and nobody out. Here's Alex Verdugo.
For the Yankees, the left fielder, Alex.
For you growing up in New York City,
0-1.
I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went
No
to
ball,
Shea
2 strikes.
Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
And a pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 1 down, base is empty. Got it by him for the K.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Next offering upstairs. He goes down looking. Down in order go the Yankees as they are unable. Set for the last half of the 7th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Trent Grisham. And the right-hander back to work. Gomez, a former All-Star, just 19 years old, and he's a native of Nicaragua. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Ben Wortvet stepping in now for the Yankees. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 1 out, base is empty.
Be patient.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
One down, base is empty. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Ramirez,
0-1.
the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. That's a strike.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
And we got 2 down.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. So the Yanks go. here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. The batter now, Kevin Newman. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99. Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's a ball.
Ball one there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Judge in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Peterson at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. And these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Next pitch is outside.
It's a good take.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the
welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. And the batter now, Anthony Volpe, 1 for 3.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Gomez, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
0-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
And that one wrapped foul.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
The Yankees trailing by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And they're down to their last out.
No, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Next offering is in for a strike. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right? Got him. And that'll do it. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got a good one going here in extra innings. And now it's Ivan Herrera. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Swanson slings it across. That's out number 3. So one left for the Cardinals. A 3-2 final score in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Next to hit, Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Morel feeds to second, out there, and that's 2.
The 5-4-3 double play is a gem in baseball, and how can you not appreciate the skill and practice it takes to make this look so easy? Great work by the infield.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Yeah.
There's a strike. They're down to their final strike.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread.
Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs salvage the finale of this 3-game series.
Well, a 4-pitch save. He was just starting to get comfortable out there after throwing a lot of pitches in the bullpen in this one. But a nice job of attacking the hitters, being very efficient. And this is what you want to do. You want to come in.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got a good one going here in extra innings. Here's Austin Riley, and with the game going to extras, he's still got a chance to keep his hitting streak going.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here. Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic. Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Man at second. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
Fought off foul. A 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. And fouled off. At the belt and fires. Gets a piece and stays alive. That misses. Now 1-2. Got him swinging.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. No, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
They're down to their final strike.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Morel. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cubs take game 1 of the series on the road.
He's done it again, Boog. That's his 30th save of the year as he puts another game to bed. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victory.
Welcome in, Jon Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's Austin Riley. He's already homered here in this one. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Right down to shoot, and it's 0-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And there's a strike. Ripped to third and caught.
That's what you got to have at the hot corner. Cat-like reflexes. Line drive caught by the third baseman as he dives. Terrific play.
So they're down to their final out. Here's Jarred Kelenic. And first offering is fouled off. Gomez, just 19 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2023.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to...
Fights it off. You'll see another. The Braves trailing by 3 here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Got him. Ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
Here now is the final line score tonight.
Welcome in, Jon Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Now it's the second baseman, Matt McLain. Swinging a foul straight back.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Struck him out looking.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
There's a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Got it by him for the K.
No, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe trying to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
The Reds down to their final strike. Foul ball still 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious.
Welcome in. Jon Sciambi and Chris Singleton in the booth. We're in the fourth inning with nobody out. Bryan Reynolds here.
Leading off for the Pirates, the left fielder, number 10, Bryan Reynolds.
And a foul ball.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in L.A. called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. On the north side of Chicago, Jon Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the catcher, Henry Davis. Rolled over to third, and he grabs it foul. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Struck him out looking. Two outs, base is empty. Up next for the Pirates, Termarr Johnson. Late on that fastball.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
On the corner for a strike, and the count is 0-2. The Pirates up big in this one here in the second game of the series. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Down in order go the Pirates, but they still all set for the start of the inning. Here's Michael Toglia.
The first baseman, number 5.
Gomez back to work. That one's in there. Strike one. Toglia goes 6 feet 5 inches, 26 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up.
One out, base is empty. The punch out there. 2 out.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
Bounce to the left side. To first, and the Pirates go 1-2-3. Bucks go down quietly as they can't add to their 9. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Willie Castro.
Willie
Gomez back to work. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No ball. 1 strike.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And first offering is fouled off. Here comes a pitch. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
And first offering is fouled off.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 8. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. JoJo.
Well, this was flat out an incredible comeback. I'm almost speechless. This team showed patience. They grinded out the at-bats and had quality at-bats. Did exactly what they needed to climb back in a ball game with this kind of deficit. Excellent job to get the W today.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. 1 for 3.
Kerry Carpenter.
Swings and misses. And that's strike 1. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball. Can't glove it cleanly. He doesn't have a play. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Now batting.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Drifts towards it. And a foul ball. And here it comes. The sliding play at short. Quickly to second for 1. And that's 2.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
So it's their last chance in this one. And up next for Detroit, David Fry. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. 2 out, space is empty. They're down to their final strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Nice sweep in this series, and you continue playing at home. Everything feels good right now. This is the type of run that you can put together a
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Now it's Christian Yelich. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
This one popped up. Morel moving under it. Puts it away for the out.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
That's the ball.
Misses off the plate.
1 ball, 2
and that's
strikes.
ball 1. Got him. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So they're down to their final out. Here is Gleyber Torres. In there at the knees, 0-1. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just
got him looking. And the crowd goes home disappointed as this one draws to a close.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the
welcome in Jon Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. 3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And now Gleyber Torres. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Adames swings through it for strike 1. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Trying to close out a 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Drops into the glove. 2 up, 2 down. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
The Brewers down to their final strike. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
1-2.
This one in the air. Under it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
This is a huge win to take this series on the road before heading back home.
Welcome in Jon Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Well, 1-run game. Brandon Drury to the plate.
Brandon.
There's a strike. On the ground, right side. He handles it himself, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. On the north side of Chicago, Jon Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And a big swing and a miss. And that's down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
Really nice execution of the cut fastball right there. Similar to how you might throw a 2-strike slider, start it middle away, let it break and take over that outside corner of the plate. But sometimes with a cutter, you just don't know how much it'll move. I think he's good, but I think he was also a little lucky right there.
So it's their last chance in this one. So in now for the Angels, Logan O'Hoppe. And there's a foul ball. A 1-run lead here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next offering is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
This is why they turn to him to close out games. He's so reliable in these spots, and he just proved it for the 35th time this season. Nice job getting it done out of the pen.
Here now is the final line score tonight.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And now the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. And first offering is fouled off. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Oh, 0-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
He goes down looking.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Reds down to their final out. And now Yoan Moncada. Swing and a miss. 0-1. 2 out, space is empty. They're down to their final strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitter's...
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
These players just want to keep it rolling right now. You win this series, you got another team coming in, and you want to do exactly the same. Maybe even push a little further.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Gio Urshela to the plate. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Just misses. Going to count 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Gomez a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Just outside, and it's 2-2.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah.
Good job to fight that one off.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He's
got him. And that'll do it.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the
welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's the third baseman, Jake Burger.
The third baseman.
That's a strike. Gomez in his second season, just 19 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2023.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity. Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
This team secures a winning season with the W today, and regardless of what else happens the rest of the way.
Welcome in. We're in the 8th inning with 2 outs. John Sciambi along with Chris Singleton. So digging in, Termarr Johnson. Ball one there. In the air, right field. Suzuki has a beat on it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 9th, at the plate for Pittsburgh, Tommy Troy. And the pitch. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. Gomez, a former All-Star, just 19 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2023. He makes the grab, and there's one away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
One down, base is empty. Now a fly ball to right center. Bellinger drifts towards it. That's out number 2. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Chad Zemer. That one fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early, maybe.
Got him. And that'll do it.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out,
and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And now, Joey Meneses.
Hey, nobody out now.
Just missed. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. That clips the corner.
2-1.
Just missed.
3-1.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up. He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Base is empty, one away here in the second game of the series. Backs and misses. It's a strikeout.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Cruz stands in now and watches strike 1. Right side, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Cubs even this series up at a game apiece.
Great pitchers duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game, and for these pitchers, it really came down.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Jacob Gonzalez steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a miss. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Zips it across. One out, bottom of the ninth.
Number 7,
Dominic Fletcher getting ready to hit. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge.
And first offering is fouled off.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches out.
And it's fouled away. The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. And that'll do it. They are champions of the National League Central Division.
time of the ball game, 4 hours and 30.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's Nolan Gorman. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Cardinals, the designated hitter, Josh Bell.
He's 2 outs away. Josh Bell now at the plate. And it's fouled away. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. And a foul ball, he stays alive. At the belt and fires. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Gomez snags it for the second out.
The batter, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
So they're down to their final out. And here is Paul Goldschmidt. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
We've grown to expect him to just roll in the games and simply close them out easily, and he's made it look very easy at times, and now he's up to 40 saves for the year.
Here now is the final line score tonight.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. On the ground to third, Morel. Tosses across to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth. Here's Nolan Arenado. That one's in there. Strike one. Gomez, in his second season, he features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. And that just misses. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and they're down to their last out. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's Nolan Gorman.
Second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
And first offering is fouled off. Righty to the plate. They're down to their final strike. Gomez is just one strike away. Two outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Got him. And that'll do it.
But we saw both teams come ready to swing it in this one, and they found a lot of success. A couple of touchdowns up on the board today. Pretty amazing, and it turned out to be a close one, considering all the runs put up. Really wild.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the...
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Down the third baseman, Andrew Monasterio. 1 for 2. There's a strike. misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
And a big swing and a miss.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning. Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
They're down to their final strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he's still...
Foul ball still 0-2. 1 strike away. That's the ball game. The Chicago Cubs win the wild card series and are moving on to the NLDS. So the Chicago Cubs sweep this wild card series with back-to-back wins and look ahead now to the division series.
Well, they really showed up, Boog, and so did these home fans. A lot of really positive energy in this ballpark, and I'm sure that had some impact at least. And this club has to feel excited moving on to the next round with a lot of good momentum on their side.
And, of course, on the other side, the season comes to a close. It's always great to make the postseason, but it was a short run, and I'm sure that's something they will look to improve upon as they move into the offseason and prepare for next year. Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Here's Jarred Kelenic, 1 for 3. On the ground, right side, Horner. The throw to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. He's 2 outs away. Rolando Herzog now at the plate. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Gomez squeezes it, 2 away now.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher, Sean Murphy.
So they're down to their final out. So here's Murphy now. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No ball. 1 strike.
This one in the air. Mervis drifts towards it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs secure a big road win in Game 2. They even up the series before heading home.
Well, one of the goals in the postseason is to split on the road and play very well at home. They did.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. And first offering is fouled off. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Next offering upstairs.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump. And kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you're going to wrap this thing up.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Now only one out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
The Braves down to their last out. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Chopped left side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cubs now lead the series 2-1 following this pivotal Game 3 win at home.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here is Matt Olson. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Got it by him for the K.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
Swanson fires over to first. And they're down to their last out. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. There's the strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Gomez is just one strike away. 2 down, nobody on here in this decisive Game 5. And the Cubs move one step closer to a championship. They're headed to the NLCS.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. That one fouled off. Gomez, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
That one misses, and the count's even at 2. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of Game 3. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Up next for Philadelphia, the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
So they're down to their final out. And here is Sosa to the plate. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Morel drifts towards it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take home field advantage right back. They win Game 3 to go up 2-1.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up anytime.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. 9th inning here with 1 away. Yainer Diaz getting ready to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Double play ball to second. Corner. There's one. That's a double play. The ball game is over. So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Well, 1-run game, and stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Fought off foul.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Bounce to the right side, and he picks it up in foul territory. Looking to get the tying run on base. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Morel snags it on the run. Astros down to their last out. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
As he was out front that time. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Gomez is just 1 strike away. Gets a piece and stays alive. Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
All this team needs is 1 more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
3-2 the final score.
Second.